Hey, remember that time we were trying to decide whether to finally splurge on a new gaming laptop, and we kept worrying, what if I'm just buying a glorified tablet that can't keep up with my marathon sessions? I felt exactly the same thing when I started looking at the ASUS ROG Strix G18. It's the kind of machine that promises to take the pain out of juggling games, streaming, and a few work projects, but you want to be sure you're not just paying for a fancy logo. If you want to check the product details on Amazon, the link is in the description. I spent a solid weekend using the Strix G18 as my primary device, from a 4-hour, just one more level raid in an MMO, to binge-watching 4K YouTube videos while compiling a quick video edit, to running a couple of virtual machines for schoolwork. What I learned is that the laptop's strengths and its occasional quirks really show up when you push it in real-world scenarios, not just in the spec sheet. First off, who should actually buy this thing? If you're a serious PC gamer who plays titles that demand high frame rates, think competitive shooters, expansive RPGs, or the latest open-world releases, the Strix G18 feels like it was built for you. The combination of an AMD Ryzen 9 8940HX and an RTX 5070 means you're getting a PUGPU partnership that can keep you above 60 frames per second on high settings at the laptop's native QHD resolution. That's a big deal because the 18-inch screen doesn't just look big, it actually gives you a lot of real estate to see every enemy and every UI element without squinting. In my test, Assassin's Creed Valhalla ran smoothly at 144 Hz, and there was barely any motion blur when I turned corners fast. If you also stream on Twitch or YouTube, the extra 16 GB of RAM lets you keep OBS open, have the game running, and still have a browser tab for chat without the system choking. Another group that'll love this laptop is the Creative Tech Hybrid. The 1TB SSD loads massive game libraries in seconds, but it also handles large video files and Photoshop assets with ease. I opened a 4K video project while the game was still running in the background, and the drive never hiccuped. The Wi-Fi 6E module gave me a rock-solid connection in my apartment, so my live stream never dropped frames even when the router was busy. Who should skip it? If you're a casual PC gamer who mostly plays indie titles or older games that run fine on lower-end hardware, you'll probably find the Strix G18 overkill and over budget. The laptop sits at a price point that competes with desktop rigs that can be upgraded more freely. Also, if you travel a lot, the 18-inch footprint isn't the most portable choice. It's more of a stationary laptop, you'll need a bag big enough to fit it, and you'll feel the weight if you're carrying it on a plane or a cramped train. Lastly, if you're looking for a long-lasting battery that can get you through a full day without a plug, this machine isn't built for that. The 18-inch QHD panel combined with the RTX 5070 drains the battery fast. I got roughly 2 hours of mixed usage before the charger was a necessity. On the practical side, the display truly shines. The QHD resolution at 180 Hz, the exact refresh rate isn't advertised, but the panel is marketed as ultra-fast, means fast-moving scenes stay crisp. In a fast-paced game like Valorant, the screen's low motion blur helped my aiming feel steadier, and the colors stayed vivid even after a few hours of play. The built-in RGB keyboard isn't just for show either, the perky backlighting can be set to match the game's mood, and the key travel is deep enough for precise inputs without feeling mushy. Thermal performance is where ASUS tried to earn its reputation. The laptop has a dual fan system with a copper heat pipe that keeps temperatures under control during long sessions. During a 4-hour Elden Ring marathon, the CPU hovered around 85°C and the GPU around 78°C, high, but stable. The fans spun up noticeably, and you can hear a faint whine, but they never ramped to an ear-splitting roar. That said, the fan noise does become a distraction if you're trying to listen to in-game audio or a podcast at low volumes. It's not a deal-breaker, but worth noting if you value silence. One hidden trade-off is the weight and overall bulk. At roughly 6.5 kilograms, the Strix G18 feels solid and premium, but it also makes the laptop less portable than a 15-inch counterpart. The chassis is mostly aluminum with a brushed finish, which does feel sturdy, but it also means the lid can get warm to the touch after intensive gaming. I had to be careful about setting it on a soft surface, because the venting is on the underside and a pillow can cause heat to build up faster. Another practical consideration is the software bundle. ASUS includes a pre-installed antivirus, a mouse pad, a screen cleaner, and a CPS, customer protection service, warranty that